And I do not own the rights to the music that you're hearing in the background. That is AJ Gant. He's a, it's not a guitar he plays, some kind of instrument that looks like a guitar, but outstanding. I was going to one of his concerts in December, me and my friend Vet, and it was a time when the uh, weather was bad and it was rain, I mean, icy and stuff, and we just didn't want to take a chance. So we aborted that, and I hated that. I was able to sell the ticket. Okay. So I'm digging this close to the fence so that when they come, then I can just train them to climb the fence. And these seeds, let's see, 1 to 1.5 inches deep. I'll be right back. I need one more thing out of the greenhouse. Let me show you what I did. I was asking myself the same question. Hello. We're gonna pick some okra too, see if we have some ready. So I made this stick and I put all the inches all the way up to 4 inches because different plants require different depths. And so I knew that once I put my finger to the end, 1 inch is right there at the crease, the first crease of my finger. That's how deep each one of the pots things need to be. So what I'm going to do, okay, they also need to be, let me spread, do is just make that one hole. And where's my piece? And then it needs to be spacing about 20 inches. Let's see. And I think that's germination 6 to 8 days. So I'm going to space it about 4 inches apart from each other because I think this spacing, oh, 4 inches, yeah, 4 inches apart. So if I had a large acre, then I would space my rows 20 inches wide, and then from this row to this row, 20 inches, and then I would do 4 inches between each seed. Okay, and I'm going to plant 2 seeds in each space, just in case one seed doesn't germinate, the other seed hopefully will. You do have sometimes seeds that just don't germinate. Um, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's trial and error. Not trial and error. It's just they don't. You know. So this is this little crease right there. That first crease. That's my 1 inch marker. Okay. So what I'm going to go through is I'm going to go ahead and go through and just mark them. And get my 4 inches. Let's see. Okay, so 4 inches is right here for me. Okay. So depth of the seed is here, 4 inches. I measured it. It's about right here, really right here in the crease of my finger. Okay. I think it's gonna be easier to use the stick. Where's my first hole? Okay. So I don't want them too far from each other. Okay. So I'm just mark it, putting a little hole in the ground, in the soil. And remember, I conditioned the soil. If you go back on the video from last night, I conditioned this soil um, last night, preparing for this morning. And I'm placing this really close to the fencing, the canopy here, so that when they start to grow and they get tall, then I will direct them to climb the trail, train them just like a little baby. You gotta train it to do what you want it to do. I can hear somebody say, "You gotta train a woman. You gotta train a man." I can hear somebody saying that to themselves. But I ain't gotta train nobody because I ain't got nobody. I got peace. I got peace. Okay. I got a lot of ants out here. I'm gonna have to spray just the ground out here, not the bed, but just the ground, because I got a lot of ants. Ants can be good pollinators, moving around from plant to plant. That's slow and stuff, but yeah, got a lot of them for some reason. Probably because I don't treat and do anything out here. You're like, ooh, this is a yard. It should be really pretty green beans just hanging everywhere. Okay, this side. Same thing. Same thing, as people would say. Okay, I'm gonna put this one right here. Maybe a first one. And we'll mark it. I know some people very visual and they don't need a guide, but as I was saying last night, this year I'm being very, very intentional what I'm doing in the garden. Before I just kind of did what I did, but I'm being very intentional this year. I did a lot of companion planting this year as well. A lot of companion planting, I believe, which helped. I need to see what type of companion plant I need to have to help with ants. You're not going to get rid of them because you don't want to, but sometimes when I go and harvest on this okra, man, those ants are all on those flowers. Yeah, they're just everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask my garden buddy. His name is Chat GPT. See what I can let all my talking to Chat GPT. It knows I am a natural organic gardener, and so it's not going to recommend something that I don't really do at all. I still hear a little sleep in my voice, so I'm not sick, sick or anything. I have been feeling a little funny though. I was feeling a little funny Saturday on Shabbat. It's kind of crazy. Felt like I was in a bed, believe it or not. Um, it was. And after I finished yesterday, I had the same thing. I finished in the garden, and finished the garden, and I'll go back over this side. And then I just felt like had a cold or something. So I got on the couch and turned on a little movie, and then I ended up going to sleep. You know, I think, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put two. I was gonna put one, but I'm gonna go ahead and put two because even though I'm gonna put two, both may germinate. I can thin it out too. You know, I can thin them out and then place it someplace else, or just abort that one plant. So I'm just dropping the seeds, 2 seeds per hole. You know what? Let me work smarter, not harder. Put the 2 seeds in, cover it up. Because if not, I'm going to have to come back through here and cover it up, right? Come on, Marcia. Come on, girl. Work smarter, not harder, girl. Yeah, but I just felt like I was getting a cold. So I started taking my natural antibiotics that I make, and which is ginger, turmeric, honey, black pepper. What else is in there? I think that's it. Yeah. And so I started taking that Saturday. I only start taking it. Usually, I start taking it if I feel like I'm getting sick. And but then in the wintertime, I will take a tablespoon of it daily. Yeah, just to rid off anything that may be trying to come, boost my immune system and all that. I'm just going to do this one bed on camera, and then the rest of the bed, the other side of the bed, I'll do off camera. So this video won't be too long. Yeah. I'm gonna put an extra in there because one of the uh, seats looked brown, like it was dead or something. Okay, get those in. Let me pause this for a second, then we do the other side, and then we'll water it in. All right, finished all the planting of the Blue Lake green beans, putting it back into its little case. And then we're gonna water it down. With a good drink of water. And then I'll come back and we will, so, whew, so we'll, this is day one. So what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. So I will film again here next Tuesday, and we'll do it a week at a time because sometimes, like I said, it takes a few days. Sometimes it's 3 to 5, 7, 14 days. So we'll just kind of see the progress uh, in one week. And remember, last night I prepared this bed here for the beans. I prepared it with my compost that I made, but you can purchase compost. So I had my compost, a little bit of bone meal, and worm casting. And all of those are supposed to be really good for the garden, for the to deliver a good bunch of nutrients to the seedling as they start to emerge. And yeah, so that's what we did this morning. I took those 2 leaves here. Take this one off too. here my whole piece. But I got several on the side. I just planted those on August 3rd, and they came up 3rd, 4th, 5th. They came up on the 5th or 6th. Yeah, they came up really fast. Okay. All right, so she's all watered in real good. Um, yeah. Let me give you a look at the purple whole peas plants. And so when I start to show them, you'll see. So these right here, all of this purple whole peas. And same thing on this side. All of this is purple whole peas. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Actually, 50. Yeah, 50 plants. Now, I may have to thin some of them out, but right now I'm going to leave them like this. I may be able to maneuver them as they start to grow and maneuver them throughout the trellis to where they don't compete with one another. But if I see that they are, then I'll keep the strongest one. And you may say, which one would be the strongest one? The one that the base is strong, it's attaching to the trellis, something like that. I'll just kind of look like that. So that's what we have. And so now I'm gonna take my little fork thing I bought. Take this thing and I'm gonna go through the different beds. I think I'm gonna do the collard greens bed first because those seedlings have already germinated, and so by I'd say the first part and middle of September they should be ready to come to the field. Come to the field. All right. So yeah. So let me do another video and we'll go ahead and check the okra and harvest whatever we need to harvest. Okay. Well, I hope you had a great day. Today was a day of planting Blue Lake beans. And so last night I tilled the ground, put compost, bone meal, and worm casting in the ground, watered it in really good. And so this morning everything was nice and wet for me. And so then we planted 2 peas in every hole. The hole was only an inch deep, and the spacing between the beans was 4 inches. So 4 inches was about right here to the crease of my finger, and then 1 inch was to the first crease of my finger. And so I put 2 peas in every pot, every hole. In the event that one pea bean that I planted was not good and would not germinate, hopefully the other would. Um, and then the same thing with the Blue Lake beans. If everybody sprout, then and I see that they can grow coherently together on the trellis, then I'll leave it alone. However, if I feel like that one plant is trying to dominate the other or there's no space, then early on I'll uproot the weakest link. Okay, yeah, uproot the weakest link. So um, yeah, and where the Blue Lake beans are going, where I just planted them, is where the cucumbers were. That harvest that yielded me this year 145 pounds of cucumbers. So really, really cool. Something I found out about the cucumber that I'm not going to tell you. You have to listen. I'll post a motivation. I do motivations on my for my website. And so I'm going to put one on there about something I noticed about the cucumber. So we need to be a little more like the cucumber. And you have to stay tuned for that. All right. Well, I will holler at you later. And listen, I don't own the rights to this music. This is Alexa. And yeah, that's it.